right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All, Sarojini Naidu, she was called the Nightingale of India. This name was given to her by Mahatma Gandhi. We are looking at Sarojini Naidu and her work before independence. Before India has become independent, all her writings and poem, everything is talking about India before independence. All right, and she has been called the Nightingale of India for the sole reason that her writing has had a lot of lyrics, rhythm. Okay, now who is known as the Nightingale of India? Lata Mangeshkar, right? She's also called the Nightingale of India, but before that, this title was awarded to Sarojini Naidu, who was also a very prominent person during the freedom movement of India, right? And she used to write her writing, her poem, her writings, everything is about the India she was living in that time. She captured the very essence of India through her work. And this particular poem, this particular poetry, if you see what is written, the Bangle Sellers, this is a poem which is full of color, full of imagery, and full of lyrics, right? And it was actually a folk song. And the Bangle Sellers is talking about a group of people. Who are the sellers? Instead of showing you this, Bangle Sellers is about the people who are going to a temple fair, okay, to sell their wares. Wares means the bangles, the beautiful, colorful, lustrous, uh, fragile bangles to the women who will come and visit the fair. And it's an easy poem, but it is extremely colorful. So you have to literally, you have to visualize. You have to visualize. All your senses should be in tune to the poem. And then only you can actually relate and visualize the colors that are suggested through the bangles. Now, why bangles? What is the importance of bangles in this particular poem? When do we, it's mostly for the girls, definitely. Bangles we wear whenever we want to deck up and whenever we go to some occasion, be it a marriage, be it a party, whatever it is. We deck ourselves up if we wear a traditional wear, and definitely bangles are a must. Correct? Girls? More responses from the girls for this poem? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely. Mama sari, if one of you want to wear and then you don't have matching bangles, then you're like, oh, how I will go out? I don't have the matching bangles, right? So, and what happens when you wear bangles? When you adorn your wrists with bangles, you feel happy, right? There is joy in your heart, right? Now, through these bangles, the bangle sellers are not the bangle sellers who are there in the temple fair selling these bangles. They are uh, trying to tell the women who are coming to purchase the bangles from them that there are particular colors given to particular stages of women, right? And the suggestions are coming from the bangle sellers. As we move ahead in the poem, you will understand. So there are bangles which are like silver and blue, which are suited for young maidens. Young maiden means those who have not got. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Later, when the brides, the colors are different. The colors of their bangles are different. And later, when these brides, from maiden to bride, they reach maturity, they reach middle age, they become mature, they have become mothers, they have taken care of their house, they have taken care of their family, children, husband. Now they have lived their life completely. So those middle aged women will have another color. They will wear purple colored bangles, right? So let us just move ahead a little bit. Any question? Any question?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
no, ma'am.
Just be a little bit vocal, all right? And in this particular theme, the theme is talking about the journey of a woman from maidenhood to middle-aged matriarch. The poem is talking about the different color bangles that they are wearing for their different stages of womanhood. All right. And towards the end, we will also find just an innuendo of the patriarchal society that was there during that time. What do you mean by patriarchal? Patriarchal. Any idea?
Ma'am, may I answer?
Please, may I?
Sure.
Hmm? Please answer. I don't. You have to tell the name because when
Rucha,
I show
Rucha.
my slide, I can't see all of y'all.
Ma'am,
Right?
Rucha.
Yes, Rucha.
Ma'am, patriarchal society is like where the males are considered higher than the females.
Yes. Male-dominated society. So there's just a slight hint towards the end of the poem about the patriarchy during that time. All right. And the rhyme scheme is the poem is comprising of 4 stanzas, and the rhyme scheme is very, very easy. It's very basic. It is A, A, B, B, C, C. Why so? Let's read and understand.
Mom, doubt.
Doubt. Yes, doubt.
What is the meaning of innuendo?
Ah, innuendo. It is just a hidden, thought that is there.
Okay.
A hidden thought that is there. I'm going to first read the entire poem, okay? And then I will take line by line, all right? The Bangle Sellers by Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? Lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. Such beautiful words, full of imagery. Some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some like the flame of a marriage fire, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Tinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Some are purple and gold-flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. So we move first to the first stanza. The first stanza is where we are seeing that these bangle sellers are coming to the, and just to let you know that though there are many bangle sellers in that particular temple fair, but it actually appears that the entire poem, through this entire poem, it actually appears as if one particular bangle seller is speaking. So bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. So over here, bangle sellers are we who bear. Bear means carry. Our shining loads to the temple fair. Our shining loads means the who will buy this delicate. Okay, this much clear? Keep showing me thumbs ups.
Ma'am, your voice
Yes.
was breaking, so
Yeah,
I
mom.
couldn't hear.
Okay, so
The
I
shining
again.
load.
Bangle sellers are we who bear. The bangle sellers are telling that we are the bangle sellers. We are carrying the bangles. What are we carrying? We who bear means we are carrying the bangles. Our shining loads to the temple fair. Our shining loads means the bright, colorful bangles. Right? They are carrying those bangles to the temple fair. Clear? Audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
My God, look at those beautiful bangles. Aren't they so tempting? Who will buy this delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? So they are asking, who is going to come and buy this beautiful rainbow tinted circles of light? So, who will buy this delicate, bright means the bangle sellers are doing a sales pitch. Like when you want to sell something, during those time in the villages, they always used to shout and tell, come, 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 I have so much, I have so many advertising. They are advertising their wares. Wares means their bangles which they have come, which they have brought to the temple fair to sell. Who will buy this delicate bright? Delicate why? That time bangles were usually made of glass, and glass is very fragile, is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
Aiden, wake up.
I'm listening.
Boy. So who will buy this delicate bright? Delicate means they are very fragile, and bright means they are very colorful. You can see I've tried to put some apt pictures for these lines. So look at those colors of light. Rainbow tinted, why? Rainbow, science students, we all know they have, how many colors are there in a rainbow? A Vibgyor. 7. What was this, Sumit? 7 colors, right? So similarly, it is not only 7 colors, these bangles, they are emitting so many, they are multicolored, like a rainbow. Clear? Just keep telling me. Now, there is a question the bangle sellers are asking. Who will buy this delicate bright? Bangle sellers are asking, who is going to buy? And in the next line, they are giving the answers. They are asking the questions also, and they are also giving the answer. Okay. Lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. So these beautiful rainbow tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of Lustrous means bright. And tokens are symbols. Okay, they are symbolic. So bright symbols of radiant lives. Why radiant? So whenever someone, the girls who come to buy bangles, the mamas, the daughters, the middle-aged aunts, whenever they buy, they feel happy, right? It makes them feel happy. So these bangles are bought for happy daughters and happy wives. Okay, this much clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any no doubt? No doubts over here. Figures of speech over here. Let us figure out. Figure out the figures of speech. Rainbow tinted circles of light. This is an indirect comparison. Children, I'm asking y'all, when there is an indirect comparison, what is the literary device? What is it called?
Metaphor.
Me-
Who answered that?
Anushka.
Okay, Anushka, next time you want to answer, you will please raise your hand and ask me or ask me.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay? What is happening is either you or Rucha, they are giving away the answers and rest of them are just sitting. This has been happening for many, many times and I don't want that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Y'all have to, when we are talking about poetry, y'all have to look into the figures of speech, and this particular poem have very basic figures of speech which we have been learning for so many years. Rainbow tinted circles of light, this is a metaphor because there is an indirect comparison of this multicolored bangles to that of the colors emitted by a rainbow. Right? So the first stanza is talking about the symbolism and the importance of bangles in the lives of women. May I move to the next second stanza?
Yes, ma'am, you
Now
may.
I have a doubt.
Yes, please ask me. I want to know the doubt. Yeah.
Lustrous tokens of radiant lives can also be a metaphor, right? Because it's comparing
To
tokens with
happy
lives. Yeah,
tokens with lives.
like it's just a symbol. Like one is representing the other. So can it be a
Lustrous tokens over here is an indirect meaning for bangles, right? And it is symbolic for the happy lives, right? Correct. It is a metaphor. Boys, do you agree with her? And there is one more figure of speech in this stanza. When you're asking a question, and then when you're
Ma'am, may
giving
I say the answer?
some other children, please mute yourselves. The person who want to answer, please put a thumbs up or raise your hand. I can see the raise hands. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, it is a rhetorical question.
It is a rhetorical question and it is also called a hypophora. A hypophora, when you're asking the question, a rhetorical question is different, darling. What is a rhetorical question and what is a hypophora? A rhetorical question is a question which does not need any answer. But a hypophora or an antiphora is a question followed immediately with an answer. So the bangle sellers are flouting the question that who is going to buy? Who will buy these delicate, bright, lustrous tokens of radiant lives? And the answer is for happy daughters and for happy wives. Right? Clear? Ronit, is it clear? Do you have a doubt? No, ma'am. Mannat, Meghna, Sumit? Clear. I will go to the next stanza then.
Ma'am,
Who is this?
I'm Parnika. Actually, I couldn't hear you properly. The last figure of speech you were asking, so I could not. The one you told, I could not hear. For the question that does not need.
See, rhetorical this is hello. When you ask a question and immediately you only give the answer, that is called, sorry, hypophora or antiphora. Panika, Panika, could you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Like I understood.
Now you understood? Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
welcome. Now the next stanza. Please mute yourself, students. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist means some are apt for a maiden. Now, from this stanza onwards, link the second, third, and the fourth stanzas to the different stages of a woman, the journey of a woman. So some are meet for a maiden's wrist. Some of the bangles which the bangle sellers are having are fit to be worn by a maiden. A maiden is who? A maiden is someone who is unmarried, who's not married. And what will be the colors of bangles these maidens will be wearing? Silver and blue as the mountain mist. So look at the picture of the mountain, misty mountains, silver and bluish. So silver and blue color bangles are more apt for young girls who are not married. Clear?
Doubt.
Doubt. Who is this?
Kushal.
Kushal. Yes, ask.
In the exam, can they ask what color bangles are made for maiden's wrist and
Of course, of course. Why am I going on harping on this particular note? That you have to relate, you have to link the colors of the bangles to the particular stages in a woman's life. Each color is representative of a particular stage, a particular age of that woman. So this stanza is talking about youth, about young unmarried women. And for them, the first color, which is the first two colors, are silver and blue as the mountain mist. So, figure of speech over here, direct comparison is happening. Silver and blue as the mountain mist. Ronit, figure of speech is for these this particular line.
I'm silver and blue as the mountain mist for that line.
Yes. Ronit, it's a very simple answer, baby. It is a direct comparison. So when we have a direct comparison, Drishya, please answer.
Simile.
Simile. All right, Ronit, please write down. Aiden, the first line of this particular stanza, some are meat for a maiden's wrist. There is another figure of speech over here. Some are meat for a maiden's wrist. Any takers? Think. Repetition of consonants. Krishnan, you're very quiet.
Alliteration.
Who said that?
Neon.
You only. Very good. So meat and maiden, it's an alliteration. And the
Now
second,
can you go to the previous slide, that mountain mist?
children, who asked me the question? So some are meet for a maiden's wrist, some are fit for a maiden's wrist. This particular line has alliteration. And the second line, silver and blue as the mountain mist, the figure of speech over here is simile.
Ma'am.
Visual imagery. Picturize, if I would not have given this picture, you had to visually imagine that, oh, that silver and misty mountain, bluish in color, those colors are for the maiden who are still not married. Now come to the next line. Some are flushed like the birds that dream. What are buds? I will not ask you. Who is may I? Who just now said may I?
Anukrishna.
Anukrishna. No, Aratrika, Rucha, Anukrishna, so, and Anushka. Banned from answering. Meghna, would you like to try? Give it a try. What is a bud?
It is a stage before the flower. It is like
It is the stage before it blooms into a flower. So some are flushed like the buds that dream. Over here, they are talking, the bangle sellers are talking about young maidens. Womanhood. Womanhood means you attain womanhood only through marriage. So still yet they are not married, right? So they are just young girls having the, the wish to get married later, right? So some are flushed like the buds that dream. Pink. So the bangles also, yes, Rucha?
I'm doubt. Should I ask now?
If you just let me finish
Yeah,
the
sure.
explanation and
Yeah.
then I will
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So some are flushed like the maidens, some are flushed like the buds that dream, are this beautiful, small, innocent, fresh buds, which is signifying the maidens who have not yet attained womanhood. They are still very pure. Okay, and the color depicted over here are baby pink. Yes, Rucha, ask.
So, ma'am, here, does this, like, is there a symbolism here?
Yeah, I am talking about the symbolism. I'm talking buds over here are symbolic to these young maidens. Young maidens who have not yet blossomed into a woman. They are still not married. Only they are very pure. Okay. They are very, it's talking about chastity. Actually, it is talking about chastity. Right? I hope you know the meaning of chastity. They have not attained womanhood through marriage. All right? And over here also, yeah.
Ma'am, I didn't understand this line. I mean, I'm not understanding how can they compare a bangle to a woman, like
See, that
a lady. How are they comparing the color of the bangle to the woman?
they are talking about the different stages. The main theme of this poem is about a journey of a woman. And always understand a poetry, poems, there are always hidden meaning, deeper meanings. Okay, it is not a very straightforward thing. So you have to think deep. And this particular poem is about the journey of a woman from a young maiden to a matriarch. And each stages in the journey, where starting from when she is a young maiden with that desire to get married, there are particular colors of bangles which has been suggested by the bangle sellers.
And
Okay,
ma'am, another thing, that some over there, it is the bangles or the women.
some are flushed like the buds that dream. Some
Yeah, so
over
that's
here, some are meet. So these are the bangles. Some are, see the first line, some are meet for a maiden's wrist. That some is what?
bangle.
Bangles. Color, mountain mist, blue and silver. Now the next line, some are flushed like the buds that dream. So that some is what?
Bangle.
Bangles.
Okay.
Why is there that kind of a doubt in your voice?
Because I'm not understanding
You
how
will
they
not
compare.
understand until and unless you keep reading this.
Yeah.
Right? And the main theme, see, all stories, all poems, they have themes, right? The theme for this particular poem is about the journey of a woman, right?
Yeah.
And that is the reason Sarojini Naidu has written it in such a colorful, uh, full of imagery and lot of symbolism, and attaching them to the colors of the bangles, to the stages in a woman's life. I keep repeating this over and over again like a parrot until and unless it goes inside. Okay,
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
all right. Anyone else? May I move ahead?
Yes.
I will take a minute. Okay. So some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Tranquil meanings y'all are absolutely zero. And y'all don't show any inclination also to try except for a few set. Yes, Arjun.
It's like silent and calm and peaceful.
Calm, serene, peaceful. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. So imagine wood, okay? And imagine that these buds are just popping beside the stream that is meandering inside that wood. Woodlands are, small bushes, bushland or something, and there you have a meandering river or a stream flowing, and on the edges, on the banks, you have this beautiful buds that are about to bloom. Clear? And it gives a very, very serene and peaceful image.
Oh, ma'am,
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
ma'am, could you explain it again? I did not understand.
Where did you not understand?
No, I'm not able to relate it like properly to the matrix.
Okay, I'll do something. I'll not show because I was just showing for there are many students who don't have the book. If I have made it a little bit more colorful by adding images so that it will be easy for you to understand. Now, in the second stanza, we are talking about young maidens. Clear? Now, young maidens are having a lot of desire in their hearts. So when you all are growing up, gradually, you will also start having those hidden desires in your heart that yes, I will grow up, I'll do this, I'll get married. But picturize yourselves as women during the time when Sarojini Naidu was there. I mean, before independence, not modern. They are not modern women. Okay, and this is a temple fair that is happening in a village. So it's about very simple village women or girls. We are talking about girls over here. Now, the second stanza onwards, the stages of womanhood are being depicted via the colors of a bangle. And what are the colors of a bangles are explained via these images, these comparisons. First was in this particular stanza, silver and blue, right? Are you with me, girl?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so silver and blue is depicting the mountain mist, misty mountains. right? Then we are talking about the buds that are yet to bloom. What is the color of a bud? Baby pink, right? But over here is symbolic to the young woman who has not yet blossomed into a woman. You become a woman only once you get married. So they are not married as of now. They are still young maidens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and may I?
Ma'am, can you explain this line again? On the tranquil brow or woodland
Yeah,
street.
brow. It's not
Yeah,
bro.
that's
Okay.
a
Yeah, sorry.
So,
Ma'am.
so some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Close your eyes. Don't look at this image. I'll stop the share. Now just imagine you are walking inside a woods, woodland, trees and greenery, and in the middle of the woods there is a stream. There is nothing around you except for nature. Ariman, pay attention, please. And the stream is flowing, and banks of the stream, you have these blossoming, about to blossom buds. So that is what they're telling. Some are flushed like the buds that dream. Buds that dream are talking about the young women who are dreaming of marriage. And these buds are found where? Position of the buds. These buds are at the bank of this stream that is flowing inside the woods. Is this clear?
yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? And this is it's a very serene and calm and peaceful atmosphere inside that inside the wood, right? And that is what the poet is trying to make us visualize, right? Some um children, just give me 1 minute. When I started the class, there were 29 participants. That means 28 students. And now I have 25 students. Can someone quickly see and tell me who is missing from my class? Shouldn't do something about your camera.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Ma'am, I think Yashvesh is not here.
Yashish.
I think he was there in the beginning, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
And
Yashvesh was there in the
Anuksha.
beginning.
Anuksha
Ma'am,
also.
Ma'am Sumedh has written in the chat that Rohit was there in the beginning and he's
Yeah,
not there
I,
now.
no, Rohit is not there. I know, I can see that. And Yashvesh is also not there. Is Mayuk here?
Anuksha.
Mayuk, are you there?
No.
Mayuk is also not there. But Mayuk was there in the first class, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, let's finish. I will report this later. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. For y'all, it is a little bit difficult, right? So many words, difficult words. So you just, Aiden is also not there, Arjun. He was here.
Yeah, he was there before.
He was here, right? So he left. He didn't like this poem. So he left. Very nice. That's a nice way of ending the class.
Ma'am, Karthik is also not there.
He was not there in the beginning only.
Even
He doesn't
Anuksha
join
was not there.
classes.
Hmm?
Yeah, Anuksha.
Anuksha.
Okay, can we just focus on this? We'll talk about that later now. Some are aglow, some are glowing with the bloom that cleaves. Are you seeing the image of this newborn leaves I have put? A leaf who has yet to be just form. A leaf that has just formed. They are very transparent. in texture. So there are some flowers now which are blooming. Cleave means what? What is the meaning of cleave? To cut, to separate. So this particular blossom that has the flower that has bloomed, it is separating the leaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. Limpid means they are very, very clear, very, very transparent. Glory of newborn leaves. They are fresh leaves. Again, symbolically talking about the freshness of youth, the freshness of young maidens. Okay? Doubt? No doubt? Y'all understood? It's already time. Sorry, children. I'm so sorry. I'm stretched. So just go through the first two stanzas again and again and again and ask whatever questions you all have tomorrow. All right? Boys, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
I guess they left because they thought it was time up. So without saying bye, they just left. Nice.
Bye, ma'am.
Maybe. No,
Bye.
ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Bye,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I
Thank
had
you,
a
ma'am.
If you
Thank
have
you,
a
ma'am.
Bye,
question,
ma'am.
you
Thank you,
stay
ma'am.
back, let others leave. If you have a question, ask me. I am here with you. Those who don't have question, bye. Go and have your lunch.
Ma'am, can I leave?
If you don't have any doubt, you can leave.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Okay, ask me. Who has a
Yeah,
doubt?
I had a doubt in story writing. Like we need to write the moral. Yeah, because you were going to explain that again.
Okay.
We need to write the moral separately, like after the story ends down,
So the
right?
story. Morals, why do you need to put a moral? Moral you need to put because whatever the problems that the character or characters faced in the story, what lesson they have learned through these problems. So that is why moral is more or less necessary, at least in the boards. Okay.
Okay.
And my question to you is any question regarding this particular lesson?
No.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, can you explain the
Yeah, ma'am.
previous slide again? This and the previous one. I didn't understand.
Ma'am, me too. Actually, I understood the whole line, but I'm not able to get the
Yeah.
symbolism or
Yes.
anything in it.
Okay, okay. I will stop this. You're